Hello, lower orders. My name is Granny Greensocks, and my pronouns are G and Jer, and they are spelt like this. Kindly do not disrespect me by misspelling them, or I shall report you to the grammar police and the Twitterati will cancel you and spit on your children in the street and ruin your career and turn you into a snivelling wreck in the gutter. You might even feel suicidal, but hey, I often feel suicidal when I see people disrespecting my choices of pronoun. Oh, also, they will confiscate your cat. Grannyphobe. The suggestion that anybody might want or need to choose their own pronouns is utterly laughable, ridiculous. You don't choose your own pronouns. Pronouns are simply a linguistic shortcut in order to refer to other objects without naming out the whole object every time. It's nothing to do with what you think you are, how you see yourself. I just wonder how many genuine transgender people actually care about the pronouns that are used to such an extent that they would go on a vast social media campaign to eradicate people who step over the line or something. If I'm German and I want to refer to an object we know of as a table, I say der Tisch, ihn. If I'm French and I want to talk about a table, I say la table, elle. So, if it's the same table, is it going to feel disrespected by being misgendered in one language or the other? Even the idea of ascribing gender to humans is a bit doubtful, because it's only been done in recent decades. It never used to be a word that was used to refer to sex. It was always sex, female sex, male sex, transsexual. But hey, that's not as bad as saying, oh, I need to have my own pronouns and I need you to use them and I'm going to bully you into doing it and you're a bad person if you don't. Well, like most people, I imagine, when the issue of transsexualism came into public awareness, I looked at it and I thought, hey, this is really unfortunate. This is not something we should be doing. We shouldn't be marginalising people who think they should have been born as the opposite sex, and we should support them. I actually had a dentist who was male before Christmas, and then after Christmas I went back and the sign on the door had a female name. And there she was, wearing casual soft slacks and kind of using a slightly softer voice. And I thought, oh, hey, there's a transsexual. I wanted to welcome her to the world of women, but she was a bit tight-lipped about it. Didn't want to discuss it, obviously. And apart from that, I actually don't know very many trans people, so I can't speak for them, and I can't say, I have lots of trans friends. How can I be transphobic? What I take issue with is the actual use of the term transphobic. And it's not used to talk about people disrespecting genuine trans people, people who have gender dysphoria, as they call it nowadays, and who really want to present as the opposite sex to the way they were born. It's about the social justice warriors, the people who create a bandwagon and jump on it and say to themselves, hey, I can really get some traction here. I can accuse people of things. I can trawl through the internet and through their books and their writings and what they said 10 years ago or whatever, and I can point out things and I can label them and I can wield power for no reason as far as I can see. So what even is a phobia? Well, I'd like to introduce a definition from the shorter Oxford English Dictionary. Phobia: fear, horror, or aversion, especially of a morbid character. So, labelling someone as a transphobe suggests that you think they have a horror and a fear of transgender or transsexual people, right? But it's being weaponized, it's being used as a pejorative way to accuse women who want to defend their spaces against the incursions of men who are jumping on the bandwagon and pretending to be transsexual so that they can access women's spaces. It's being used to accuse these women of somehow being hostile towards transsexuals. So in what way are they being hostile towards transsexuals when they're defending their right to be women and defending the actual definition of womanhood? I don't see that. So what does my dictionary say about woman? It says an awful lot. But the meaning, the number one meaning is an adult female human being. Article, the female human being, the female sex. Hence, woman's equals womanly, female, feminine. Okay, well, womanly, female, feminine. If you feel female, if you feel feminine, if you want to present yourself as womanly, then it's fair enough that you would hope that other people would call you a woman, see you as a woman, because that would be what would make you comfortable. And if there are people who bully or hound transsexuals or gays or lesbians or anybody who is a little bit out of the ordinary and not necessarily in a sexual context, anybody who bullies people ought to be called out. And if they're bullying trans people, then I guess you could call them transphobes. But there's a huge leap from that to calling out people for a single sentence in their book or an honestly expressed opinion, which is expressed as an opinion and not as an act of hostility towards anybody at all. It's a big step towards calling out those people as transphobes and trying to ruin their lives. Because what you're doing then is you're persecuting and bullying to a far greater extent than the original supposed crime. And that, my dears, makes you a transphobe phobe. Phobe.